Hey everyone, Michael here. Hope you guys all had a fantastic Thanksgiving weekend with your families. There are a few things I want to talk to you guys about today, and they are a doozy. The first thing here is that there is a Fed meeting coming up on the 14th, and I want you guys to be aware of this because the market is currently pricing in a 50 basis point rate hike, and that'll keep the dollar index going down. So, the assets will be more risk on, so people really want to buy into the market here. However, I want you guys to be prepared for the possibility that Jerome Powell stays hawkish and does a 75 basis point rate hike. If that does occur, you are going to see the markets do a possible capitulation 1 to 2 weeks after that time frame. So somewhere towards the end of the year or even in January. Okay. So that's the big first thing here. Be very, very cautious. I know we're still dollar cost averaging. I know you guys are still trading, but if you guys are assuming that this is the bottom of Bitcoin or the stock market, just have a backup plan in case it's not, because far too many times we've thought we found the bottom and then something comes out, FTX, Celsius, Voyager, BlockFi, and it just causes the market to move in an unsuspected way, and we just keep on falling down and down and down. Next, this is more of a lighter topic here, but it looks like Elon Musk is still making drastic changes over in the realm of Twitter, and it looks like he's going to unsuspend a whole swath of accounts that were, suspended for minor, aggressions, I guess you could say. But I'll be looking forward to seeing who he unsuspends and who stays suspended. Okay, going to be very, very interested there because there are some really bad actors and some just actors that were maybe making inappropriate jokes, but some people find them inappropriate. Think of like a Chappelle or something like that. Those type of jokes, but since they're not Chappelle, they can't always get away with it. Now, going into something more serious here, which may alter some of your wallet choices going further, going forward. Excuse me. MetaMask seems like it's going to be collecting IP addresses pretty soon, and I don't really like that. So they may be giving these out to the government. Maybe they're just keeping them, and they're going to be selling them later on for marketing purposes and things like that. I'm going to be keeping track of this story as I can. The CEO came out with a response, but it didn't really answer any of the questions anybody really had. So that is something that I want you guys to have on your radar here. If you guys have a MetaMask wallet, which I do, I want you guys to. I'm not in fear of them running out of money or anything like that, but I am afraid that they're going to be taking my data and selling it, or taking my data and giving it to the government. I do not want to see that happen. And if they do go down that path, I will probably just find another wallet to use. There are plenty of other wallets out there, and I'd be okay just transferring my funds off of MetaMask onto one of those. Some of you guys may not actually care, and that is perfectly okay. I'm a little bit more conservative as far as my own security comes. I don't want the government snooping in, and I don't know what they would do with my information, so I just want to be a little bit extra cautious here because um, you know, people's accounts can just go missing if there's a major hack. I don't want to be exposed to such a hack, especially if they're collecting our data. That data can be stolen very, very easily, right? Now, the last thing here is, again, going back to this friendly tone. I'm not really much of a soccer fan, everybody, or as the other people around the world call it, football. However, I was looking on the news, and the news was talking about how this World Cup in Qatar, whatever you want to call it. I suck at pronunciation, so apologize. They've been saying that this has just been a disaster of a World Cup. And whenever I look at anybody's TikToks or YouTube videos or just social media, everybody looks like they're having a blast and just having a really, really good time. And they're actually going against some of what this, legacy media, old school media, that narrative that they've been pushing out there, which has been kind of refreshing here. So I don't know if many of you guys have been watching the World Cup. I'm just getting into it a little bit just so I can see America beat England, even though we freaking tied. But I guess ties are a thing in soccer. However, guys, this is just kind of a reminder that not everything the media tells you guys happens to be correct. It looks like they've been pushing a lot of misinformation about this World Cup event, and then when you actually hear from the people on the ground that are actually there, it seems like 95%. I won't even say 99.9, but something like 95% of the people down there are just having a blast and having a lot of fun. I'm part Mexican, and I saw a lot of Mexicans down there with these inflatable horses just having a blast. It seems like people are enjoying the tournament, and I think it's important for you guys to realize that as we learn more information about Sam Bankman-Fried in this FTX saga, the media is kind of just pushing these really weird narratives out there that have been made me feel very uncomfortable. It's okay, I'm not going to say it's okay, but we're kind of used to them doing these little white lies every now and again. But when they start pushing these really drastic narratives, like it's very easy to disprove, but they're just trying to say it anyway. Um, the people that aren't in the crowd, not in the crypto crowd or not in the soccer crowd, they're just going to believe it because they don't have the friends or the sources to dive in deeper. So make sure you guys acquire some of those other sources, whether it be people on YouTube, people on Twitter, people on TikTok. If you trust them and they prove themselves to give you adequate information, I might start trusting those people, if you guys haven't already, more than some of the legacy media like CNN, Fox News, CNBC, Bloomberg, stuff like that, MSNBC. That's the way I'm feeling right now, guys. Because the more I look at this stuff, the more it looks like the World Cup's having a blast. The more it looks like Twitter is not going to go bankrupt any day now. That type of stuff. Have a great day, everybody.